Welcome in, everybody. Okay, all set to go. And now the DH, Derek Jeter. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And this one looks like trouble. And that's going to roll to the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
J.D. Martinez stands in. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. One away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And the batter will be the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. Got him swinging. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And fouled off. Jeter at second with two down. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. That completes the strike. We go to the bottom of the first, and now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Waste no time there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Now this one gets through. The go-ahead run moves up to third. He's held there with nobody out. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Willie Mays digging in now.
0-1.
And that's in for a strike. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Next to hit, Ellie De La Cruz. That one hit the knees for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners are at the corners, one away. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The next to hit takes low for a ball.
No, that's down.
In the dirt, nothing happening on the bases, though. Check swing called strike. Now 2-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Zips it to first. That's the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And here is Byron Buxton. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. Here's Nolan Arenado. Up the middle, and that one handled. Tosses to first, and that quickly 2 away. This is Corbin Carroll.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
That's a hit, and that extends the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Heading for the plate. The relay safe at the plate. On the board first, it's 1-0. So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Brian Roberts. Line to left, and it goes just foul.
It's no surprise they call this batter a day player. He statistically performs better in these games, and he's hoping for a big performance in this one.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Foul ball, still 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Center field. Mays makes the grab. Welcome back to the Kaiju Cave. We head to the bottom of the second. Now here is Gunnar Henderson. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And that is out of play. And that one ripped to left. Fair ball. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one finds its way through. Around from second is the tying run. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Yeah. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And they take the lead. It's 3-1. And that one lifted in the air center field. Buxton makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
Line drive and a base hit. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Turned on that inside pitch nicely and ripped it down the line to pick up 2 bases. That can be a tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
He swings and fouls one off. Struck him out swinging. Tosses to first, 2 down. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
He made it look easy, but I can tell you that was not a favorable matchup.
Mays stands in now, looks at that one inside. And that's through there for a strike. And the count even 1-1. Squirts away a little bit. Suzuki up to third on the wild pitch. Foul ball there. That one ripped left field. Back there. Going, gone. An absolute smash to left. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 5-1. De La Cruz at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one. 0-1. Next pitch is outside.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
So, a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, and it's in time for the third. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Dedniel Nunez. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now it's going to be Derek Jeter. This to third. Whips it across, and a quick out, number one. Here's J.D. Martinez.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Ground ball, left side. And a couple of quick outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No ball.
He's going to have
strike.
to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Nunez is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding
Back now on MLB Network from Studio 21 with Carlos Pena. I'm Robert Flores. A new Top 100 prospect rankings has been released, and of course, there are some exciting new
Tremendous achievement for this prospect in the lineup. Stepping to the plate for Amarillo, De La Cruz. And a special moment now as he steps up to the plate for the first time in his professional career. Out in front, ripped foul. Crushed that first pitch fastball, but too early. Good moment to remind yourself to keep the weight back. Foul ball there. De La Cruz, working through the early days of his pro career, drafted out of the high school ranks. Left field, getting pretty deep.
Go, ball, go!
Out of here! That's gotta feel good. And they add on. It's 3-0. Coming up to the dish for San Antonio, Leodalis DeVries. Liner to center. Makes a nice grab on a full sprint. We move on to the third inning. Coming up to the dish for Amarillo, De La Cruz. A first-round pick in the recent MLB draft, so there's a lot of hope for what he will turn into. He swings and drives this one to deep left. It one-hops off the wall. Could be trouble. He turns and heads for second. Some excellent swings for him in this game as he notches extra base hit number 2. Great swing. Not quite enough to leave the yard, but you could tell it was going to be extra bases as soon as it got over his head and left. It bounces and he's headed for third. So a wild pitch lets the runner move up. Runner at third here with nobody out. High fly ball to right field. Murphy gets under it. Pulls it down. Runner tagging from third. The throw is offline and the run comes in to score. And they lead by 2 now. So 2 on and 2 out. And now the center fielder, De La Cruz. He's already gone yard in this game. Grounder to third. And it gets by. Coming around third. Scores easily. Now it's the right fielder, Christian Robinson. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Acuna, there in plenty of time, ends the inning. 2 runs in the inning. So 2 down. Digging in for the Missions, Joshua Mears. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Around first, hustling for 2. Round second, going for third. And this is going to be a 2-out triple. We hear a lot about how the numbers turn against the pitcher the third time through the order, and that might be what's happening here. Looking at the manager, he may have a decision to make. Next up for the Sod Poodles, De La Cruz. And in the first inning, he started off his day at the dish with a 2-run homer. Not a bad way to get things going. He's put together a really excellent game with the bat. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle. A hitter's runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw to second, tag, out. 2 away, the possible go-ahead run at first. De La Cruz, 4 for 4 with a homer, a double, and a pair of singles. Just missing the triple for the cycle. Here comes the 0-1. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And that's a base hit. Around second on his way to third. Boots it. And here comes the runner. Relay throw. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. One out, and the potential go-ahead run is at second. De La Cruz, he's already homered in this ballgame.
Hey, your turn. Drive him in.
That's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Digging in for the Sod Poodles, Christian Robinson.
Hey, drive him in for us. We need you.
1-1. Here's the pitch.
Runner!
In the dirt. Runner going for second. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2. The catcher blocks it, and he steals second without a throw. Two-one pitch upcoming. Swing and a slow roller. Play made. That ends the inning. 2 outs, and both the tying and winning runs are on. Grounder to short. Base hit. Coming to the plate. Comes in to score. It's an RBI single, and they've tied it again.
Your turn right here. Drive him in. You know.
Stepping in, De La Cruz comes to the plate with 6 hits, trying to make it 7. And that one hammered. Should be extra bases. Can't get there. That should be extra bases. In comes the run from second. And it's a 2-run lead in extra innings. The throw to second is offline. Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the 2-bagger. That's the kind of knock every batter loves to have. A well-struck ball into the opposite field gap. That one was extra bases all the way. Now a flare off the bat, and it drops in. Runner around third. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline, and the run scores. And they take a 3-run lead. Picks himself up an RBI. So frustrating for the pitcher. Executed well, jammed the hitter, but he still managed to muscle a knock to the outfield. Great hitting. Nobody out, and the potential tying and winning runs on base. In the air, right field. And it drops in. Fires to the plate. And he's safe. Tie ball game. Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Now a pivotal at bat in this ball game. Foul ball there. 2 down, and the potential go-ahead run in scoring position. Grounder left side, and it's just foul. That was close. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hard ground ball, base hit. Runner rounds third, on his way to the plate. Throw off line, runner scores. And they have the lead deep into extra innings. 2 outs, runner on first base. Now at the plate, Christian Pache. Swings and flares it. Base hit. Lead runner hits second and heads for third. Caught in a rundown now. And he's out. And that's the 3rd out. They pick up a run. Here's the center fielder, Joshua Mears. And the tying run at second. Now this is lifted to center. It falls in. And here comes the runner. To the plate. Safe. And we are tied. And next, the cleanup hitter, De La Cruz. And that gets down into the gap. Headed for the plate, scores with ease. Tallies a run and earns the RBI. He thought he could sneak that one by on the inside, but no such luck. He kept his hands tight to the body and drove it into the alley. And now he's safe at second with a double. In the air, right field. Makes the catch. That ends the inning and limits the damage. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, number 5. Tying run waits at the plate. Line drive to center field. Right there to make the grab. Runner tags at second. The throw in. Applies the tag and they get 2. Double play. And now the right fielder, Kai Murphy. Ground ball to short. This should do it. On the run, throw to first. And that will do it. De La Cruz with a terrific day at the...
Now it's the DH, Derek Jeter. Now a screamer into the outfield. Stretches out and hauls it in. This is Corbin Carroll. What are you sipping on today, Singy? That's not what you normally drink during a broadcast.
Well, this, my friend, is the London Lords Underleaf. It's a black tea, and turns out you can only get it at the stadium here in London.
Did you try buying it somewhere else?
Yeah, it's not online, and I can't find it in Tokyo, New Orleans, or anywhere else in the GBL.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone. So up next, Joseph Ortiz. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Edmonds settles under it, makes the play, and it's out number 3. Here's the left fielder, Ralph Kiner. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
And another ball. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and 1 gone. Tony Clark at the plate now, and that's inside. Just missed.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to return.
In the dirt. No advance from the runner, but it's 3-0 now. Kiner over at first with 1 away. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Full count.
Hard liner. Should be extra bases. Kiner makes the turn at second. Runner around third. He'll score easily.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. So 2 down now, and here is Barry Larkin right through there for a strike. And a foul ball. That's to third. Zips it to first. Larkin gone. Back here in London. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vlad swings, drives one deep left field. That one carrying. Out of here. He circles the bases. It's 1-1. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And now J.D. Martinez. Line drive, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
And there's a ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Martinez headed for third. The throw in, the tag, and he's out. Now it's Justin Turner. Swings through that one for strike one.
No balls. One strike.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Buxton headed for third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Ball outside.
Going to count 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Swings and misses. That's strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially.
Oh, that's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. New pitcher on here. Mark Leiter Jr. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. And there's a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
0-2.
Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Throws to second. And that's a leadoff double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
2-1.
In the dirt. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Heads up base running right there.
And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Line drive, that's a base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. Bo Naylor at the plate now. First pitch just misses. Sizemore leads off first with 1 away. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. In the dirt, but kept close. And base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
He was all over that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Struck him out swinging. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Daniel Schneemann comes on defensively now as he takes over as the new second baseman. And now the DH, Derek Jeter. That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. That's a hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
0-2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Joseph Ortiz now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Flashes the leather on the running catch. That's out number 2. So it's their last chance in this one. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
And that'll do it. And your final score here today, 2-1. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's Arizona. First pitch coming your way next. Now it's the DH, Derek Jeter. In the air, right field. And that'll get down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. This is Corbin. Carroll, third baseman, playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That's way
1-2.
outside. Now 1-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. So digging in, Joseph Ortiz. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. Over to Clark for the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Now it's going to be Ralph Kiner. Nobody on his team has been better at driving in runs this season, Singy. Guerrero takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down. So now here's the DH, Dick Allen. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Ball 1 there. Fires over to Guerrero. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first. Tony Clark, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Jacob Junis.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
On its way to the corner. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Here's a 1-1. That one ripped. Makes the grab, one away. Now it's J.D. Martinez.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Fought off foul. Line drive, and this might be trouble. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Swing and a ground ball down the line, and it's foul. Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. That one in the dirt, and it's 1-2.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Huge strikeout there. And it'll bring up Justin Turner. And the first pitch misses for ball one. No score yet, but a runner at third with two away. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Whips it across. Turner. We head to the bottom of the second, and now the right fielder, Larry Walker. Popped in the air, left field. Martinez under it, and there's one down. Barry Larkin getting ready to hit. On the ground. Turner to first. Larkin gone in the play.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Line drive and makes the play, and that's out number. Welcome back to Lord's Baseball Ground. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Brian Roberts. Out towards right center field, Morgan. And it's caught for the out. And here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
0 balls, 1 strike.
One down, base is empty. That misses.
1-1.
And 1-1.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. Derek Jeter, the next to hit.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Edmonds makes the grab. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Right through there for a strike. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. 1 out. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Grady Sizemore. He represents the winning run. And a strike in there. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
0-2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Bo Naylor digs in now. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Naylor checks his swing, appeal to third, and he went around according to Clyde Washington. Liner, base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
Well, here we go. Winning run is on base with 2 away. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
And that is the third out of the inning. Now into the ball game on defense. So Dick. In Corbin Carroll. And that one fouled off. And a big swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings and misses, struck him out. So up next, Joseph Ortiz. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Fastball is outside. Right side, hard hit. Got him on the off-balance throw. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. And a big spot here for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Swings and misses. And that is strike 1.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Lined, and that's a base hit. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single on the board first. It's 1-zip. So 2 down. Here is J.D. Martinez. Late with the swing there. Guerrero off of first with 2 away. Up the middle, Larkin. They take the force out, and we're.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers, they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. So the tying run at second. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And now one away. Clark swings through it for strike one.
It's 0-1.
A one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Comebacker to the mound. And it's through for a hit. Heading for the plate. Here's the throw.
Big RBI for him right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Goes down looking. And now the shortstop, Barry Larkin. Hit in the air, right field. Carroll tracks it down. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Cade Smith. First pitch misses. Late on that fastball.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
On the ground to the left, and it's just foul. That was close. Not close with that one. And now 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Turner in the box now, takes strike 1.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
With the go-ahead run standing at second, and here in extra innings.
He's fallen behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Swing and a bouncer, but it kicks foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a splitter. So digging in, Ryan Roberts walked his first time. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters.
He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Langoliers swings through it for strike 1.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Back here in London, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Digging in, Jim Edmonds. That misses the zone. 1-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-1.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Man at second. Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game. Beltre swings through it for strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Next one misses. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him swinging. So 2 down now, and here is Daniel Schneemann. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. Out to short, Ortiz. Tosses across to first. 3 up. Here's a new pitcher from the pen. Here's Derek Jeter now with a runner in scoring position. 1 for 2. And that one fouled off. Fly ball down the line. Thomas sizes this one up. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that is out of play. Way out front for strike 2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Corbin goes down on strikes. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the shortstop, Joseph Ortiz. Yeah, that's fouled off. Next pitch inside, and now it's even 1-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Gets the slider in there for a strike. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Caught in between, trying for third now. Tag, and he's out. Trying to get back. Bottom of the 6th inning. And there's the strike.
That slider breaking in can be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
And Naylor swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. Here comes Lane Thomas. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2. 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Throws to first in time, and Thomas is out. And next is the designated hitter, Dick Allen. Down the line. And that will end the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Hunter Gaddis. 0 for 2 in this one. Liner, and this could be trouble. Coming home, and it gets by him. He will score, and they take the lead. Round second, digging for third.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Guerrero now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And here is J.D. Martinez. Up the middle. Play at the plate, and they cut him down. Here's Byron Buxton. In the air, out towards right center. And makes the grab. set for the last half of the seventh. And now the first baseman, Tony Clark. Jimenez back to work. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Swings and misses. That's strike two.
0-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he can't come up with it. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out. In plenty of time to first. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out. Walker in the box now. Takes strike one.
Everyone here understands just how quickly things could change.
That misses the zone. And that's ball one. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Now only one out remaining. Rolled over to third. Turner. And that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th. And now for the Twins, Willie Castro. He swings and fouls one off.
Well, these Twins need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
And he takes it himself for the out. Larnick in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that one is in for a strike.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Jair Camargo will hit next. On the ground right side, Chisholm. On to first, and the Twins go 1-2-3. And we're back. This is Willie Castro. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. Larnick in the box again, takes a strike. Next offering is down low. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Camargo, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond, and that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th. This is Willie Castro. Foul ball.
Well, these Twins just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Larnick stands in now and watches strike 1. That's in there. 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for Minnesota, Jair Camargo. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Just a weak fly ball this time. Chisholm hauls it in to end the inning. And we're back. New inning getting started. And here is Willie Castro. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
On the ground to third. Over to Jazz. There's one. How about that double play? 2 down, base is empty. Jair Camargo, the next Twin up to hit. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
0-2.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. This is Willie Castro. First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's Trevor Larnick. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
That one ripped right center field, and it hits the fence. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out. And the batter now, Jair Camargo. There's a strike. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Buxton in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
One ball,
This
one
isn't
strike.
a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Wood.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure.
And now this is down for a base hit. One run is in. In there safely. It's 5-2. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Willie Castro. And that's in the
1-0.
dirt. Swings through that one for strike one.
1-1.
Swing and a miss.
1 and 2's the count.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. On the ground, right side. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Jair Camargo. Lifted in the air, right field. Abreu sizing this one up. Makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. All set for the start of the inning. This is Willie Castro. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, these Twins need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Larnick
That's the
in
ball.
now.
Outside.
Takes ball 1 off the plate. Inside,
that's it.
just missed.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but
That's
it's
the
a lot
ball.
easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
3-1.
And a foul ball. That's a walk. Tried another knuckle curve, but it missed for ball 4. And here's the first baseman, Jair Camargo. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Here's Byron Buxton. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Just
That's inside
missed.
ball.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 and 2.
That's down
That's
and
the
in.
ball. 2 and 2.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. With number 9 for him in this game. 9. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's the Kaiju taking on the Diamondbacks. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, first pitch coming up. And on the hill in this one, Clayton Kershaw.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Kevin McGonigal, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Tap foul at the plate. And now the lefty. Fly ball to right. And that'll do it. Bottom of the first. And now Derek Jeter. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Caught him looking for the K. This is Corbin Carroll. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Waste no time there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Joseph Ortiz, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Swing and a ground ball. Boots it. And no shot to get him at first. There's two aboard. First and second, one out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. That one is gone. A shot to the opposite field. And they lead it. It's 3-0. Dedniel Nunez takes over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
JD Martinez stands in, and that one wrapped foul. Hit on the ground to short. Henderson whips it to first, and Martinez is out. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Byron Buxton. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Strike 2.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Hacks and misses. Back here at Chase Field, second inning set to go. Here's the third baseman, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Puts it away for the out. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Gurriel at first, one gone. He swung over top of the curveball. And now it's Christian Walker. That one found hard the other way. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. Third out. Back now and a new arm on the mound to start the bottom of the second. Ryan Burr.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now this is in the air down the line. Suzuki makes the play, and there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Next to hit, Brian Roberts. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Gurriel handles the chance.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Shea Langoliers now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Swing and a foul pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Top half of the third inning. Now at the plate, Drake Baldwin. Kershaw back to work. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of break in his pitches, even when he's running a little low in the tank.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, onto first. Gets him. One away on the drop, third strike. Gabriel Moreno in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. That one the other way, and there's a hit. And now 2 aboard, and that's the second out of the inning on the force play. Now it's the second baseman, Kevin McGonigal. And a strike.
0-1's the count.
In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Willie Mays digging in now. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Just missed. Swings through that one for strike 2. 1 strike away. The other way. And that is the ball game.
Kind of a strange win. Only 3 hits, so they definitely weren't firing on all cylinders.